I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. And we welcome Kimberly Stargazer. Hi.
Hello.
Hey, thank you so much for coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hello, everybody. Cookies and cakes and non-binary dates. I am Kimberly, who likes the tea, Stargazer, and I am Irium US's hybrid of the void. I'm a variety streamer because I do a variety of many things, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us from the void. It would be This is a whole nother void. We're normally off the beaten path, so don't worry about that.
You'd be surprised at how vast the void is.
Oh, I've seen some of the void. Believe me, I worked for some.
It's literally like space. It's endless.
Yes.
We don't know anything about it.
I don't know.
I just live here.
Well, when did you get started with the V-teaming stuff?
When was December again? I kid you not, and here's the fun fact. When I debuted on Irium, it was literally the day after Christmas.
Yeah.
Well,
that's easy enough to remember. Yeah.
The day after. It was the day after Christmas. So I've been streaming, well, as a VTuber since December. So yeah. I'm still trying to get my feet on the thing.
Yeah. And get kind of where you get your place in the streaming world, kind of.
Because I'm not used to actually having a model. This is actually my very first model that I've ever had.
Okay. Were you doing some stuff with as a face cam or as a camless?
For the longest time, I would stream on Twitch faceless. And most of the things I mainly just streamed were Twisted Wonderland with the occasional Honkai Star Rail and every now and then Genshin Impact, but I mainly streamed Twisted Wonderland because it's had me on a hold for 4 years now.
Twisted Wonderland. Now I got to ask you about this because I have not heard about this game. So tell me about Twisted Wonderland and what draws you to it.
So it is a Disney game.
Mm-hmm.
It is primarily a visual novel with RPG and rhythm game mechanics on the side.
Oh, okay.
It updates frequently. It has now like a fun little guest room mechanic where you can decorate it. Kind of like in Animal Crossing. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah. And
but it's primarily a visual.
Yeah. So is there an ending, or are you postponing the ending so you can keep playing it?
Oh, it's still being written over on GP, but there is a very good chunk of the story now out.
Yeah.
Since it has 7 dorms, each dorm has a chapter which is called books, dedicated to that dorm. And it's one of those things where all of the stories intertwine. They're all connected.
So it makes it it makes it even tougher to write for, I imagine.
Yeah. There's everyone clowns on book 2, which is focusing on Savannah Claw, which is based off Scar, and it's also my favorite, and it hurts me to say this.
Oh.
They did not write it well.
Oh.
It has a lot of flaws that could have been done better. But I still like the characters that represent that dorm, but
hey.
And some books obviously got more attention than others.
Yeah.
But what I like about it is that the story does get better the more you play through the game.
Oh, yeah.
And the books get longer and longer, and the story gets better. Yeah. That's what I like about it.
Oh, yeah. It's always in flux, isn't it? I mean, they're keep adding more to it, so the story gets richer.
It also doesn't help that it's a gotcha game. So
Eh. Well, I mean,
it does not help that it's a gotcha
when
game.
you mention Genshin Impact, and I was like, yep, she's been gotched.
I haven't gotcha, but I've always been a free to play player.
Hmm.
Like I try to stay away from buying the stuff to do the polls as much as I can. And thankfully, I've been doing well because I don't have any money to begin with.
I say,
I
I, I,
can't
I,
spend the money
I was
if
hearing
I
you,
don't have it.
I was hearing you say that, and you're like, I'm doing well, I'm doing okay now, indicating that in the past things have
Yeah,
happened.
because to be fair, the only game that I actually caved into microtransactions is Twist. It's literally the only game I actually gave money to.
Well, and people get on, and I have fun with it, but yeah, you're enjoying yourself. You paid for the game, you get to have fun with it.
Yeah,
It's
and it's because I love it so much is why it was like the primary thing that I streamed on Twitch.
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't anymore because I mainly used it via my iPad and it stopped updating itself. So I
Ah,
can't update anything, and
mm.
the only things I can play on it are default Minecraft, Stardew Valley, and my Danganronpa 2 game that I bought because it was on sale for $5.
Ah.
So it was a steal.
Well, I'm glad for the people out there who are Danganronpa fans that's not a gotcha game.
It is not a gotcha game. It's for the best that it's not.
Yeah, because people would be sinking entire life savings into that.
Yeah, it's for the best. It is what it is.
Yes, exactly. And Stardew Valley, for that matter, because I mean, I admit to have been a Stardew Valley addict. Um,
It's
and
very fun to play.
yeah,
I like the farmer aspect of it. I'm gonna be honest.
well, there's nothing
I
wrong with
like
that.
having my own animals.
Yeah, yeah, and designing the whole thing, the having the exact getting the most out of what you have is always fun for me. I
I
have 40 save files.
holy smoke.
Yeah, I've been playing for a while. I haven't played it recently because I've been doing interviews. Because if I was playing it, I wouldn't have any time to do interviews or eat.
uh I just get sidetracked. So some games I give to attention when the mood strikes me.
Yeah,
So my attention span is probably why I do a variety of things. Mostly yap.
yeah, yeah. But did you find that easy when you started up and especially with the Ethereum stuff, doing that sort of thing?
It's easy for me to yap. The
Yeah.
hardest thing for me is to try to keep thinking about things to talk about, especially when no one is there. Because I am definitely one of the on the smaller side of the Ethereum community.
Hmm.
Uh, my average viewers tends to be about 2, 3, maybe 4,
Hmm.
depending on the day. But a large amount of the time, the largest I'll get is 3. So I'm definitely on the smaller side.
Yeah.
And does that kind of make me feel a little bit down? Sometimes.
Mm.
But
But you
I
got
then think about all of the things that could happen if I was a bigger streamer. Because everything has its ups and downs.
oh
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I look at people who are faring more better than I am, and I see all of the chat just going crazy. And I imagine it's very hard to try to keep track on who's talking.
Oh yeah, I mean,
So
yeah, because when you're talking about if you have even 10, 12, 15 people now,
I'd be
Irium.
lucky if I got 10,
Well, I
and that
mean,
would make me cry
yeah, but
out of joy.
you'd have to have 10, 15 different conversations going at the same time.
So, like, everything has its ups and downs. And
Yeah.
when I do get more people than I'm used to, I feel like I'm gonna cry out of joy because people are taking time out of their day to listen to this nonsense.
It's there. That's such an underrated part of streaming in general is when you do have an audience that comes back and you know it's because of you and not necessarily what you're doing online. It's because they want to be with you.
They're there because they like what they are listening to. They like just your energy in general. They like what you bring to the table. They're there because they like what they are listening to.
Yeah,
And that's what makes me happy for those that do continue to come into my strings. I'm
yeah.
honored that they choose to take time out of their day to even listen, even when all I'm doing is raging because me not good at playing Sonic games.
Oh my gosh, I have never been able to play Sonic. Never been able. I
I
can't keep up with it.
I like to consider myself lucky that I got what I think would be considered the easiest ones to play in terms of Sonic.
Yeah,
Uh and uh I always am grateful for the luck that I have. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean the early ones, the left to right scrolling Sonic games, I found were impossible because I I can't see that fast. Uh,
yeah, and like but I think like the point is that as long as the game is fun and you enjoy playing it to where you want to get to the end,
yeah,
is what I find appealing. Because, yes, I will constantly get smacked around by a robot shooting me in the face. Yes, I will think I'm okay, and then all of a sudden, there is just like a ladybug dropping from the sky, like, hello there, mother fluffer.
yes. Like, oh, okay. Now
But
I've done
then,
it.
like, you get to like the story bits of it,
Yeah,
and then you just see fun little animations
yeah,
that tell the story itself, and that's what pushes me forward.
yeah, yeah. It's but see you are you are probably 1/10 as old as I am,
I'm
and
only 23.
yeah. Well, see, I'm 60, so there you go.
You
It's
are?
oh yes, absolutely, every single minute of it. Um, so I mean,
You
you
literally
actually
sound like you can be in your 40s at the latest. You
well,
do not sound that old.
I appreciate that. I actually have had this same voice since I was 17 years old, which is another
That
one.
would have been incredible to have. Just like,
Yeah,
I'm
but
that deep
you know,
as a 17-year old.
at 17 is also when I stopped being able to sing any notes.
Uh,
Yeah, so I haven't sung any note on purpose since 1983. If I
oh.
hit my knee on something, sometimes I can hit a note. It's not a nice one though, and it involves bad words. Um, the cats run from when that happens.
Run.
Yes. Um, the I don't have the twitch muscles to keep up with those games. I just when Sonic came out and the left right scroll, I was like, I'm lost. Now Super Mario, I was good. I was okay at. I can deal with.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah,
Help.
yeah. I just hit the jump button. I'm dead.
Like, and I can't blame you. There are levels in even like the Sonic games that I'm able to play that get me turned around and I'm like, where am I? Where am I going? Like,
Am I supposed to be here?
did I get turned around? Oh,
Yeah, those games are some. There were some of those old games that I would play on the computer that I would end up in places I wasn't supposed to be. Like,
I
oh,
think that's the fun of it though for me and
yeah,
why I continue to play. Cuz as a whole, I've always had a connection to it. Even if I'm not good at them and
mm,
if I've only ever actually fully played two Sonic games,
yeah,
I'm there for the community as a whole and
yeah,
the joy that the music, that just everything about it gives me.
yeah.
And that's also a large part of why I've even been in the community as the VTuber community as a whole, just because of the giant spaces you can be in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. you get to be a part of something, and
And you feel that you're a part of the community, especially in Irium,
yeah,
where like you feel like you're home.
yeah, absolutely. I've talked to so many Irium folks now. At one point, I was going to try to catch them all like Pokemon, but you all keep
Gotta catch
multiplying,
'em
and
all,
I can't
Pokemon.
I can't keep up with you.
It's like Pokemon. There's too many of us.
That's right. There's a Lola versions of you, and I can't do anything about
There's a
that.
lot. The fact that you say that, and that's literally one of the only Pokemon games that I've played. I've played Pokemon White and I played Pokemon Moon, and I treasure those games relentlessly because I played them when I was but a wee lass.
Yeah, so and this amazes some people. I have played one Pokemon game for about 45 minutes, and it was the original. And it
I
was
picked it up, played it for like 5 minutes. Okay, I'm done.
well, it was by pure accident because I was in the back seat of my stepdaughter's car with my wife in the front seat with her, and there was a Game Boy there,
Ooh!
and it happened to have the original Pokemon on it. And I'm like, well, I've never played
And
this
if it's
before.
there, why not? You're in a car ride anyway.
Yeah, it was like a half-hour car ride, but then it got dark and I couldn't see the screen anymore.
Oh yeah, because the Game Boys are notorious for that.
Yeah, the original. It was a real original Game Boy with no light, and I was like trying to play by every light that went by, and didn't work. I was like, oh
Uh,
no wonder they got so mad back then.
I'm always fascinated when I hear about that too, because obviously being born in 2002, grew up in the early 2000s, so I was spoiled with like the Nintendo DS
Mhm.
that has lights.
Oh yes, 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 yeah. See, I was in the original arcade generation,
I
so
still go to arcades thanks to my uncle who gave me a love for like the arcades in general.
yeah, yeah. Well, we go with the grandsons now to the arcades, but he doesn't let me play because he's got the ticket.
And I like the first thing I always go to when I'm in arcades is I will go to the pinballs.
oh
I love the
yes,
pinball
ah,
machines.
oh yeah. There is. I live in Illinois, central Illinois, and in Terre Haute, which is not too far away. I guess there's this big pinball museum you can go to. I want to go
Ooh.
so bad. I love pinball. I
I
love
like
it.
it too, even if if I'm not good at it.
Oh, I don't even care about
It's
good at it.
fun,
It's
so I'll play it anyway.
yeah. I'm pretty mediocre at it. But there was a Wii game
Ooh.
where they redid a bunch of the old Williams pinball machines for the Wii, and you could use the controllers, the nunchuck controllers, as your um, flippers, and you could feel the pinball machine going with it, and that was a lot of fun till our Wii broke, and then our tit, and then the cats broke,
Everything is all fun and games until something breaks.
yeah, and then the cats broke the TV. So there you go.
Ah.
That's what happens when you have so many cats and somebody who is not me in the household and might be my wife turns on the cat channel on YouTube and a bird flies over the top
And then they
and
smack into the TV.
yeah, they pull the television down and crash. Yes, but that was a lot of fun. As a matter of fact, we had my grandson. He was 7 at the time when we had him over, and he wanted to play. So we gave him a controller, and he could pretend to play. Well, I was actually playing for him on the side.
If only my kid brother was that simple. He needs his iPad to play Minecraft or for YouTube. He needs it.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's a Minecraft person now. He's all into Minecraft, and he's got um
But he
he,
knows he's loved though, so that's the important
yeah,
part.
that's right.
Even though half of my family spoils him and I have to be the one that puts the foot down.
Well, see, he doesn't let me play Minecraft um, because he plays. He's got the sandbox that he's playing with, and when I got on he was showing me around. I I punched his sheep to death,
Oh no!
but
Not the sheep.
I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to even move, and then
Yeah, I can't blame him. You
yeah,
have killed the sheep. You
yeah,
are now disowned.
yeah. He says, Papa, you can't play anymore. So
Sorry, Pap.
so I pushed one of his cows in the ocean and left.
Oh, funny. But yeah, you are now thirdly banned from the Minecraft
Yes.
server.
Can't even get in my own grandson's Minecraft server. But he's
He
got
guards them with his life.
yeah. Well, I'm glad he enjoys the games, and um he gets when I was we actually had my family had an original Pong console,
Oh,
a Sears Pong console, and my sister and I played the heck out of it. And I would love to see today somebody get some of these big time VTubers together and do a charity Pong tournament.
you never know. It could happen.
I think it would work. And no one would know how to play it because there's no bells and whistles. It's just a paddle.
It would provide the content of everyone trying to figure out what the hell they're doing.
That's right, exactly. Like what is this even?
What are we doing? How does this? What are we doing?
Where's my
Which
power
I
up?
honestly think is just my catchphrase at this point. Whenever I do stream,
Mhm.
I'm just like, "What am I doing? I don't know. We're doing this today."
Well, it sounds like to me you're doing a lot of gotcha stuff.
Not on stream, actually.
No?
Like, what I've noticed I've been doing a lot is I've literally just been just chilling streams
Mm.
where we yap, I have music in the background, and sometimes I'll throw in reading Reddit stories, or I will read from my Zodiac book
Ah.
and unintentionally psychoanalyze someone because the book knows all and is scarily accurate, and it tends to accidentally scare some people, and I have to say, I'm just the messenger, I'm not the one who wrote it.
Suddenly the eerie music starts playing in the background. Beware the tall dark stranger.
Be beware the bright baby blue colored book of astrology.
That's right. That I stole from the library.
I actually bought it from a Five Below.
Ah, that's
I'll
that.
also like just read random books that I have on my shelf because I like reading.
Well,
If me constantly playing visual novels isn't any factor.
have you done any writing yourself?
I've dabbled, but I've never published anything.
Well,
I've been too anxious to share what I can do in terms of my writing.
yeah.
Like a lot of the things that I wrote, I mainly wrote for myself, and I've been too terrified to share on the internet.
And that's valid. That's very valid. I mean, it's one thing to you know do some artwork, do some writing, even record
And I
something
try
for
to share
yourself.
my artwork when I can, even though it doesn't really get a lot of attention. I'm still proud of it, and if some people at least say, "Ooh, that looks nice," then I'm fine with
Yeah, I mean, people. If I show my artwork, people call the police. So
it.
there's there's Interpol has told me I can't publish my stick figures. That's how bad they are. Um, but the
Stick figures are not allowed in terms of the of the
not
Twitter algorithm.
not these, and especially because the Henry Stickmin thing came out, and then I can't even do that.
Oh,
So it's
that's fair.
yeah, it's bad. Um, but the doing something for yourself is one thing. Having the confidence and courage to show somebody else is different. Um,
Very different. I
yes,
can read stories. I can read to people,
yeah,
but I'm very nervous when it comes to my own writing.
yeah. Well, I mean, have you been somebody who's liked being on stage and behind a microphone before?
Uh, I've, in terms of an actual stage, I've only ever been one in high school.
Uh-huh. Well, it's
In my
one.
drama class. In terms of, like, I'm fine when it's my voice,
Yeah.
and when it's just me doing something that I consider fun.
Yeah.
Like, I do have a YouTube channel, but a large half of it is my VODs from my Twitch, and a good small of it is me trying to read fanfics that I found on the internet that won't get me demonetized. Because, like, I've had a fascination for podfics, which are fanfics that are read by other people and basically function as a uh audiobook.
Oh, okay.
So there is a small playlist somewhere on my YouTube channel that is me reading this fanfic that I found that I know would not get me monetized.
That is your cue, folks, to go find it and
If you can, because like I said, I've always been a on the small content creator side,
yeah.
so
Well, we're gonna put up.
I think that's
I'm gonna
what
put up
also
all the
helps.
links I could find for you on the content for this video. By the way, so hopefully people will find it and let me know so I can hook it up in the
At
content.
the very least, give me a chance. But like, I've always I've I've grown to not care about the numbers that I'll probably never have, because the more I despair of it, the more it'll make me miserable.
Mm,
I've been slowly getting into terms with just live your life and do what you makes you happy.
that's the biggest
Don't worry
part.
about any numbers, and if people enjoy what you do, then that's how you know you're doing something right.
And you're not compromising yourself. I mean, you're not bending over backwards to do what somebody else wants. You're still doing what you want.
I will admit a large majority of my new mindset is thanks to my friends that I've especially made on Irium.
Hmm.
That, like, a very large majority of my friend group nowadays is from Irium,
Yeah, yeah. There's a
and
lot of
I
people
can
on
never
Irium,
be
I'll
more
tell you.
thankful to them.
There's a lot of folks on Irium.
There is, and I've been lucky enough to find the good ones, the ones that like lift me up and always make me feel welcome.
Yeah.
Like, a very big, I'm gonna honestly say this.
Hmm.
I owe so much to uh my dear friend Ashdown and Thea,
Oh yes.
because they are literally the only reason why I knew Arium exist.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I interviewed them a long time ago. Yeah, yeah. It's I've enjoyed my time interviewing folks from Irium because it it seems like you guys, you're in there too, um, are so much more into the conversation than someone who streams only with a game going on because you have to do that because with Ethereum it's you and the audience straight up.
You don't rely on a screen. You don't rely on, you just rely on who you are, your personality, and your voice.
Yeah, yeah.
What I think helps is that a lot of us come from a wide variety of different backgrounds,
Hmm.
and we all have our own reasons, and I think that's what helps, like, what we are as a community,
Yeah, yeah.
and why
So
a large majority of us will go out of our way to support each other.
yeah, so that leaves open the question: what was your reason to start content creating?
Oh boy.
You walked into it. I'm just serving it up
I
there.
did. I did. So in order to get to the answer to that question,
Hmm.
um, so I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I've never ever thought I would ever actually be one myself.
Oh.
I'm used to supporting people. I've never thought I would actually go into the scene of someone who creates in terms of VTubing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be honest, the only reason why I ever got Irium was when Ashtown announced that they were going to debut on Irium. And that's how I knew Irium existed.
Mm-hmm.
And I only got the app to support them. I literally thought I would be the only person I followed on there and that would be the only reason why I used the app.
Yeah.
But then when I got the app and I waited for their debut, I found myself checking out other VTubers on Irium, and I found myself following a few.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
uh the more I stuck around, the more the more I got this feeling that I hadn't felt in a while. And that was the feeling of being home. It
Mm-hmm.
was a sense that I belonged here, and it helped that after they debuted, they did a few things where they collabed with a bunch of their friends, and I got to be a part of that,
Yeah.
even though I wasn't a streamer at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I warmed up to, even made friends with those who were streaming on Irium. And at the time, I wasn't. I was just the supporter. The more I the more I wanted to try and see if I could give someone the same feeling in return, to just give back what was given to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Yeah. The old
uh
pay it forward type thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
cuz like I wanted to contribute. I wanted to do what I wanted to be the person that inspired someone the way I was inspired. And I'm gonna be honest, I thought I would only ever just sit in the background and wished I could be a part of that. But then one day, as I was in a call with Ashdown and Watson's Kabuki,
Mm-hmm.
I actually let it slip that I wish that I was a part of Irium. I don't know if I didn't know if I would do well. And they basically grabbed me by the scruff and said, "Get in here." And the entire time they were encouraging me, I opened up and applied for Irium.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then everything just skyrocketed from there. Next thing I know, there I am,
Yep. And there you are.
not knowing what I'm doing.
But that's the thing. I mean, you say that, but you're obviously comfortable in it now. I mean, you
I am now,
yeah,
because, like, I don't have as much pressure on myself as I did then.
yeah.
I tried to give myself a schedule. I tried to. But then, to me, that didn't feel natural. So
Mm,
every time I open a stream, I just go with it.
yeah. Well, see, that's you though, isn't it? I mean, you're not conforming to someone else's ideas. You're being yourself, and that's
And who
and
myself is someone who does not plan at all.
well, I mean, that's part of you. I mean, that's I'm that way myself a lot of the time. And that sort of realness, with lack of finding the right word, um, is something that will get you the type of audience that will be more um, apt to come back. That will they realize that they're getting the person and not something that's being put up.
My goal is to just be as authentic as I can be.
That's the
And
word I was looking for.
what's more authentic than what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm completely
I'm just gonna
lost.
I I just like I feel like drawing, so that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
I am hungry. Y'all are going to chill there while I make myself a sandwich,
I
which
am
I've literally done 2 times.
I am going
I
to
just
eat.
turned on the stream because I had not streamed that day, and I'm like, we're gonna be sitting here while I make a sandwich because I'm starving.
Yes, you will now listen to me eat pizza rolls for a half an hour. I am out of pizza rolls. I shall go make some more.
I'm gonna make myself a bagel sandwich.
That's
Y'all are
right.
gonna listen to me as I make a steak in 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's one of the things about adulting that people don't realize. You can go make a steak at 3 o'clock in the morning and you don't have to answer to anybody. So there you go.
Exactly.
Or you can have
Well,
cold.
unless you're me,
Yeah.
who can only really do that on certain days because I am in a situation where I still live with my family.
Oh,
So I still have to be mindful.
yeah, yeah. Well, I see. I'm married, so I, I'd say,
But
is she asleep? I can get that cold pizza now. Um, have it for breakfast, and it's a breakfast of
nom nom nom.
champions. Yeah. um, the it really does sound like you've gotten to the point where you are comfortable in the chair now.
I've always been comfortable in the chair. It's the fact that I I wanted to be comfortable doing something while I'm in the chair
Mm.
because I've been the type of person that has been unintentionally been reduced to a shut-in.
Oh.
uh not of It's just because I've been struggling IRL
Mm.
to try to get my feet up that I default to going on the internet and trying to keep motivation to just live.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Irium has provided me with something that I can do on a daily basis. And I don't have to worry about having to pay for it with money that I don't have, or trying to get to one place or another with either a mode of transportation that I have no control over or walk.
Yeah. Yeah. Walk.
Irium provides me with just need to be in my room. I just need to be who I am, and I just need to speak.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're still you. It's the thing, and being in your room with the phone, because as we mentioned before, there isn't a whole lot of equipment you need to go on Irium. To
You just need a PNG
Yeah,
and your phone,
and your phone.
and obviously some social media.
Yeah, yeah, to go along with it. But the you are now in when you open it up, you suddenly your world expands to practically the whole continent.
And I've had so much fun because of that. It Being at Irium has given me more motivation to draw more
Hmm.
because I've been wanting to draw, but I've never had the motivation. And now I find myself drawing stuff for my model. I'm making my own temporary alternate outfit for my
Ooh,
model for certain
ooh,
occasions.
oh, cool, cool.
I've I've been being more creative because I've been given back my motivation to do so. And it helps that every now and then I can still pop into my friends' streams when they're doing collaborations. And it's always a fun time when I do so
Yeah.
because it's just us hanging out with the bonus of someone is streaming and we do not care.
Yes, yes. It's just, and the audience is along for the ride.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm finally alive.
Mm.
And even if it's in the small space of my room, it now no longer feels like I'm alone in it. I
Yeah.
finally have people that I can keep company,
Yeah.
especially when I do a late line,
Leyland.
late night streams,
Yes.
because I do those a lot.
Yeah.
Because I don't.
I think that's the one I popped in on, isn't it? One of your late night ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
A large majority of mine are late night where I can't sleep,
Yeah.
and it becomes a hub for those who are either on the other side of the world or also can't sleep.
Yeah.
And they take time out of their night to actually pop in, and we can be insomniacs together.
That's it.
And there was a
So you're getting fulfillment in a lot of different ways with this.
yeah, fulfillment in finally giving back to what was once given to me.
Mm.
I and I feel so happy when someone sticks around even when it feels like I'm not doing much. It it gives me a lot of hope
Mm.
that I have what it takes to be here.
Well, you do. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't be there still. I mean, it's and it's not it then the numbers aren't going to reflect what you're getting out of it all the time. Um, and sometimes it just takes a while to get that boots on the ground type thing and have a organic growth when it comes to these types of things. But it is so obvious in just talking with you and how much you're enjoying this and how much you put into it that this was sitting here waiting for you to do. Um, and and I'm glad I'm glad in a lot of ways I've been able to talk to you with this, but people out there should realize that you're not going to know unless you give it a shot whether it's for you or not. Um, you wouldn't have if Ashdown and then wouldn't have just grabbed you by the like you said the scruff and pulled you in
Both Ashtown and Vatsun.
and Vajin I got it, had them
Vatsun
both on,
Kabuki.
had them
They
both on.
literally just like get your butt in here.
Yeah, and now you're enjoying yourself. You found uh you found a place for yourself.
I found a place I can call home and
Yeah,
a place that I want to dedicate and make that home bigger.
yeah, and the fact that you want to pass that along to somebody else says a lot about you in a very positive way. Um, because there's a lot of people, and I can't blame them because I'd probably be that way myself. They find a place that they're comfortable with, and that's it. You know, shut the door, lock it, and that's it. But you're not doing that. You want to have other people feel that same type of welcoming and same type of feeling that you do, and that says a great deal about you and your personality.
To be honest, at the end of the day, my biggest goal, um, like the main thing that keeps me going is I want to be a space where someone doesn't have to feel like they're alone.
Hmm.
That's my biggest aim was I felt so alone before I started doing what I was doing.
Right.
I felt like I was trapped in my own cage
Hmm.
and I didn't know how to expand it, how to even open the door. Like the door could be open, but I wouldn't have the strength to fly out of it.
Right.
And then I finally found my type of people, the people that encourage me, the people that give me advice, whether it is the harsh truth or not, people who aren't afraid to like actually support me,
Hmm.
people I can call my friends and family, and they are the reason why I could finally fly while not I'm not the neatest of flying. There'll still be the rockety I'm about to fall. I'm going to aim for that tree.
I hope I hit the
But
water. That type of thing.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm going to hit that apple.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Like
It's. I understand what you're saying, and was it a situation where you kind of just looked around and found yourself in a situation where you felt alone, or did it happen over years?
It was a over years thing.
Yeah.
Like since I was young to now,
Mm,
I've never had the best luck with trying to make connections,
yeah.
but I was always trying to make them.
Mm.
And whenever I did, it always felt like it was yanked from me
Ah.
through literally out things that were out of my control. And
Yeah, when you get into a cycle like that, and I've been
it
there
is a
when I was younger. The most ridiculous things happen.
it's like a very it's a very hard cycle to
Yeah.
be in
Eh,
because you slowly get comfortable in it, but
yeah.
at the same time, it is not doing you any favors. You're just keeping yourself locked in that cage
Hmm.
when the door is wide open.
It
But you got so comfortable in just that solitude that you don't know how to comfortably leave it.
right. It's the bad part about the adaptability of people, because we can adapt to you can live in a house that's got two stories, but then you kind of not use that second story, and you just kind of find yourself living in the one. Then you down to two rooms. Then you're down, like, the kitchen and the bathroom, and I mean,
And that space never gets used.
yeah, and it's not for anything other than you just adapt to it, and you don't even know it's happening, and that is a plus and a minus. It's got two different edges of the sword.
It's literally a double-edged sword.
Yeah, yeah.
But and what I don't think a lot people understand is just because you have adapted to the situation doesn't mean it's a situation that is no longer that needs adapting.
Hmm.
Yes, you have grown accustomed to it, but you no longer need to stay there.
Hmm.
It is okay to leave and to adapt to a whole new stage of your life.
Hmm.
And that is something for the longest time that I needed help with.
Hmm.
I I just needed encouragement that I wasn't getting.
Yeah.
And then I was finally given it and literally yanked out of that cage. Not because of forcement,
Right.
but because it was finally time to finally look into the starlight and try to chase after it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it helped that you had a couple of arms reaching out for you too.
It did. It was because those arms were finally there.
Yeah.
I finally had somewhere to go to.
Yeah.
Because another thing is when it's opened, where do you go?
Right.
Because there are people like me who never had a goal to begin with.
Mm.
I've never had a goal to. I was literally that one kid in class. If you ask, well, what are you going to be when you grow up? I could not answer you because I didn't know at the time. I still don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that question haunted me throughout high school. And I hated being asked that question because I don't know. I
Right.
didn't know, especially then,
Yeah.
what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
At the time, I just wanted to go back home and watch anime.
Yeah.
I just wanted to
Yeah.
go back home, watch my YouTube, watch my anime, because I was the type of teenager that just wanted to live.
Mm.
I didn't want to think about the future because it terrified me. It still does.
Well, yeah. It terrifies a lot of people right now, actually. But
And
but it doesn't matter to me where you find it in life and when you find it in life. But when you do get that chance and you take that, even though you had the people wanting you to come through the door, it still takes the courage to step forward to do it, because you're not necessarily sure where you're going to land. You can be as
yep,
froggy as you want, but if there's no lily pad, you're going in the water. you know.
And if you fall in the water anyway, it helps to know how to swim.
Yeah.
But if you don't know how to swim, you just let yourself sink. And for the longest time, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
I was willingly letting myself sink. I
Yeah.
knew how to swim,
Yeah.
but I had no motive to continue swimming.
No reason.
And then I was finally given it
Yeah.
so that no one ever has to let themselves sink again.
Yep.
And so that's like a large majority on why I stream the way I do. And it's because if people see just a normal person doing this because they want to and just living life, then hopefully it gives them the courage to do the same.
And not only that, but we get the chance to meet a wonderful person such as yourself.
I don't know about that.
Ah, I'm an old man. You got to listen to me. I'm right. So, but it's and we get a chance really, and we're the ones that get benefits too because obviously you got a great personality for it. You're a lot of fun to talk to, and
I try.
and you're enjoying yourself. I mean, I hear you smiling when you're talking about it, which is huge. Um,
I hope that's clear that I do.
yeah, it is. It's very clear, and I think that folks, we're going to have the links in the description for the video here, and you got to check out what Kimley's got going on. Not just Arian, but anything else that Kimley's got happening. Uh, the time's gone by way too fast. Um, so
It flies,
I hope we
especially when you have me who can talk for hours.
which that's just fine, and I hope we can do it again sometime here soon. Be,
May I say one more thing?
yeah, you can say whatever you like.
Um I I'd like to say why I chose the name that I have now.
Certainly, please do.
Uh so initially I didn't go by Stargazer. I always went by Kimberly because that's the name that fitted me the most. But in terms of like Kimberly something, for the longest time, it was just likes tea. Why? Because that's who I am, and I really like tea, and I still do. But when I was actually given, um, I was actually approved to start working with Irium, one of the things in the application was, what did you want to be called? Like, what was your streamer name going to be? And obviously, Kimberly, it was always going to be Kimberly.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the name that makes me feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But then it came to, okay, but what's the last part going to be when I like was filling it in? Cuz just continuing to go by likes tea didn't feel right for Irium. I wanted to choose something special, something that had meaning than just being associated with something that I like.
Right.
And I still like tea, which is why I made that my middle name. But the more I thought about what I wanted the whole title to be, I actually was scrolling through Twitter when I finally came to an epiphany. When I look at all of the of my Oshis that I've admired, like the really big VTubers,
Mm-hmm.
and my friends that have gotten me through so much, I'm always gazing at them. I'm always gazing at the light that they shine and the energy that they provide for so many hundreds of thousands of people. And just like stars, there is millions, billions of people who have their own lights that want to be known,
Mm-hmm.
that want people to at least know that they're there. And for the longest time, that's what I was. I was just someone who gazed at a sea of stars and now I'm gonna be a part of the stars to try to shine a light for someone who needs it. And so, what better person who gazes at stars than a stargazer?
Right.
And so that just became the name that I chose. And so it stuck, and I now cherish it like my life depends on it.
Well, I just said the only request I have is for you to keep shining for us,
I'll
because
try.
we need it. We need as many stars out there for us as we can possibly get. And I just thank you.
I might hit a meteor every now and then because I'm not the best person. I'm not the best with directions.
That's all right. That's all right. You know, yeah, you don't need a license. You just need. You're
Good, because I only have a learner's permit.
there. You go. Thank you so much, Kimley. It's just a pleasure talking to you, and I'm glad we got
And
a chance to meet. And
thank
folks,
you for having me. It's been an
absolutely.
honor getting to be here.
Well, it's an honor talking to you. And please, again, like I said, keep shining for us, okay?
I'll do my best. I'll do my best to reach for the stars.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.